What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are not at compound, we're in my house on my couch because the weather is terrible. So I thought it would be the perfect time to show you guys how to do a flare. I've had countless people get hold of me asking me please to do a how to flare, so here it is. So flares are kind of an intermediate trick. I definitely wouldn't say that they are a beginner trick. I would suggest maybe learning them first into a foam pit just to get the idea of the rotation around. It's not necessary. I know a few guys that have learned flares without foam pits, but it just will help with confidence and getting you to understand the rotation up front so that you know what you're getting yourself into when trying flares. Cool. So the first thing that I would highly suggest with flares is you need to be comfortable airing quarters at least 4 to 5 foot out. 4 foot I would say is minimum. And you also, this is not necessarily a need to, but personally I would say you need to have an understanding on flips. Step number 1, I would say you need to find a quarter pipe that you are comfortable with. Anything about 6 foot and bigger would be preferable. So step number 2, what I would say is you need to approach the quarter pipe with enough speed to air at least 3 to 4 foot out of the coping. That's preferable for learning flares. You don't want to be going under coping because it just makes the trick really difficult to learn and it could make you despondent in actually learning the trick. Step number 3, once you're approaching the quarter, you want to pump the transition and aim for about a 45-degree angle. You don't want to be going directly straight at the quarter pipe, and you don't want to be pulling and carving like a 540. Once you've left that quarter, you will think backflip, and then as you get upside down, you want to drop your head and rock your hips to the side. Don't want to twist your head. If you twist your head, you'll end up doing a weird 540 of some sort or over rotating the flares. You literally just want to drop your head like you're pinching a cell phone into your shoulder. Once you've started putting your head on your shoulders and you've rocked your hips to the outside, you want to suck up into a ball, similar to a flip basically, and wait. That moment you'll sit waiting, looking at the landing. A flare is not like a flip. A flare, I pretty much have visuals on my landing basically 90% of the time, whereas a flip is about 70% of the time you have view on your landing. Awesome. Once you have sucked into a ball, you just want to spot your landing and basically wait and prepare to land, and hopefully you will have rolled away from your first flare. Cool. So for bailing out of flares, I would honestly say flares are a lot easier to bail out of compared to flips. Because you're not really going straight back flip, you end up more landing on your hip. So what I would personally suggest is if you feel like the flare isn't going the way you want it, try and under rotate and just land on your hip. It's really not that painful. You maybe get roasties, but you should be used to it if you're a BMXer. And if not, get used to it. The common mistakes that I see people making while trying to learn flares, the first big one is not thinking backflip and rotating your head. If you rotate your head or carve off of the lip instead of hitting that 45-degree angle, you will end up doing a dipped 5, and that throws your weight outside of the rotation, so you most likely won't end up landing it. The other common issue that I see is not tucking into a ball. A flare you do not want to pencil. What I mean by penciling is when you flare and then just keep your body out straight. You want to flare, and as you've popped, you want to suck everything into a ball. Awesome. So just a quick run through of all the steps. So step number 1, you want to find a quarter pipe that you're comfortable with, preferably 6 foot and above. You want to approach the quarter with enough speed to air out at least 3 foot minimum. Once you have got the speed, you want to pump the transition, aim for a 45-degree angle and pull as if you're going to flip in the quarter. Once you have left the quarter, you will start dropping your head onto your shoulder and rocking your hips to the outside of the flare. Once you've done that, you'll suck everything up into a ball and start spotting your landing to get ready to land and roll away from your first flare. Awesome, guys. So hopefully after all of these tips, you've landed your first flare or come close to a first flare. Thank you for coming and watching another one of my videos. I really hope this helped you guys. If there are any other tricks that you want me to teach you, leave it down in the comments below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and yeah, tune in for the next one. Sweet.